Think
Out the Box Entertainment.
Hey, this is John Pyatt, and you are tuning in to Clot Open Surgery. So, this is a special, I can't say it's a special, it's just a process, script process. I've been working on doing the lineups of the scripts, or rather of the episodes. So it was somewhat of a challenge because, like I mentioned, I'm by myself, so I had to do the one-liners. What I did was I put one-liners of the episodes on postcards, color postcards. So what a one-liner is to me is it's the primary goal of that particular character's storyline. So if in the episode, the first episode, the boy finds the scroll, and that would be it. And then so forth and so on. So each character, each storyline would get the one-liner on the postcard. And then I did the whole entire series that way, for the first season. And then from there, I'll look at everything, arrange all the postcards, and arrange all the postcards according to what kind of story I want to convey inside of that episode. And then from there, do the treatment. No one really taught me that method. I had read some books, and I had, just growing up as a TV baby, I had seen some stuff similar to that with soap operas. What they'll do is they'll do a whole character board, and with the character board they'll do the history of that character and how that, like, it's like almost like a tree. And they'll link that one, and they'll grab this postcard and put it there. And okay, well that can't work because this happens with that character here, and then so that's what I did with that, with the postcards. As I was going through that, I really looked at it and discovered that it's a really good way to minimize and maximize your story development. It helped me in a lot of ways. So if you're trying to do a web series or something episodic like that, and you kind of lost, I would say look at all your story, look at all your characters, write the main storyline for that character or the main purpose of that character. If they after a MacGuffin, then you write that. But then once you have that, then you break everything down to its simplest form and put it in like a one-liner. And then from the one-liners, you're able to really develop and see what's going to work and see what doesn't work in terms of the progression of the series. I was amazed at how it turned out right now because of that. In the very beginning, which is really funny, in the beginning I was struggling. It was hard. I was like, oh man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I wrote down one treatment of the main character, and everything else from there, it fell in line. And then when I did the postcard episode board, it really fell in line. I was sitting in that hallway by myself for hours. I think that night I had finished like 4:30 in the morning, and I think I might have started like around 3:30 in the afternoon. So I put in some real time. I always put in a lot of time, especially since I'm by myself. But I think that it's an important aspect when you're developing by yourself, that since you have no time, no overhead, you're not punching the clock. If this is something that you really love to do, like I do, time is infinite. So check out some of the stuff that I'm doing in the hallway, and then from there, tune in next time. Once again, this is John, and I am the creator and director and producer of Clot, the web series. So what I'm doing here is the green ones is for the boy storyline, and the white ones is for the episodes. So then there'll be like green, blue, and red for the storylines. And then the white ones will be for the episodes. So each one of these cards is an action that is taking place inside of that character's storyline. So once I have everything lined up, then I'll go, okay, well, this is this particular episode, this is this particular episode, so forth and so on. And the white card would get the actual storyline itself. So I'll write that down, and that'll be episode 1, and then I'll look at episode 2 and look at all their storylines, and then from there come up with a story that would connect all of them together, and then I'll write that down on the white postcard and then continue the whole process that way. No one taught me this. This is my method. I know that the soap opera industry, they kind of do something similar to this to keep track of the storylines inside of the soap operas, because you got soap operas that's going on for decades. So just in terms of that, they're trying to do something to keep it organized. Ideally, I would like to be able to have other writers come in and help in the writing process. But since it's me for right now, I still have to go through the process of this so it can make sense to you guys, the viewers. I know this software out there that does this. It's at my price range right now, currently. Hopefully, one day soon, I'll be able to afford that. But for right now, I'm stuck doing the old school method. They also do this with Shotless and some other things as well, but I know for right now, this is my way of doing it, and I hope it works. I'm almost sure it works. I just have to work out the kinks. Stay tuned. When you come back, this whole wall will be nothing but different postcards and colors, and I'll show you some of the process. So the red card that I'm doing now is the dread card. As I'm doing this, I'm really realizing I really had to do this. It was so important because there's so many, each person or each storyline has minor connections or minor importances in them. The boy has two things going on. He has the scroll and it has the girlfriend. The scroll summons dread, but also the girlfriend has a matching heart that dread recognizes in her. And from that, he then pursues her. It just so happens to be that it worked out where they go into the same place. He's getting pulled into the same direction. So that kind of works out. So just in terms of that, there's several things going on. Even inside of the Dread storyline, Dread summons the Bloodhounds, which he gets from the matching heart. So, and the Bloodhounds helps him deal with certain issues, such as the detectives or the soldiers or any other problem that he might come across. So I really had to do this to find out and to work out the kinks in making each thing work and come together. It is so hot in this hallway. This is why you see me sweating. But, you know, it's part of the process. I'll do this in the oven if I had to. But as we see later on, this whole wall will be filled up with cards. Not the whole wall, but a good portion of the wall will be filled up with cards. And then the white card, I'll write down linking aspects. And on another card, I'll put notes and so forth and so on. If you're another filmmaker and you're trying to do a web series, this is my first attempt, really my second attempt, but my first attempt at making some micro series like this, I would really suggest doing the postcard method. It's going to help you. I think it'll help you a lot in terms of just defining the story and getting the story into what it should be, which should be followable. The viewer should be able to follow it easily. And I think that this method right here will help distinguish that from a bad one and a good one. So, as I'm doing this, I'm going, wow, this is kind of like a lot. I never say it's a lot. It's just part of the process, really. But there is kind of a lot. But I'm like, oh, this is being brought to you by 5 Hour Energy Drink and Dasani Water. If I didn't have those two things right now going through my system, I would probably be like, oh, okay, after I do 5 episodes, I'm gonna shut it down. But why do 5? Why stop at 5 when I put all this stuff up? I might as well do the whole thing. So the good things with the 5 Hour Energy Drink, I'm able to rock out until it's done. And then the Dasani Water just keeps me hydrated, which is important too. So those two things, I think, whatever, Red Bull doesn't work for me. It doesn't give me wings. It just makes me sloppy in terms of not wanting to do anything. The 5 Hour Energy Drink, it really is like, yo, it kicks in when it kicks in. And doing production is something that you really kind of want. You want to have something that's going to keep you going. That and some good music, followed with some great company, you could do anything. And right now it's just me, so I need that 5 Hour Energy Drink. It sounds like I'm doing a commercial break, but that's okay. Anyway, tune in and when you come back, I'll be working on the blue. And then after that, it's just doing each episode. You can go. So 2 of my neighbors just came off the elevator, and one of my neighbors lives right beside me, and then the other neighbor, she lives all the way down the hall. And they just walk through like, oh, okay, it's John just doing what he does all the time. I lived in this building for 20 plus years, and they see me do everything from music outside to producing music in my house to teaching martial arts, because I teach martial arts as well. So when they see this, they're like, oh, okay, it's just normal, and they'll just walk by. You know, and it's to me, it's kind of cool, because living in the South Bronx, you really kind of sometimes don't come across something like that, where it's kind of like either open mind or they leave you alone. And I'm glad that I live in the building that I live in and on the floor that I live in, because they know me and they know to leave me alone. I just want to do my art, and that's it. So that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to start the blue, which is the detective. And it goes up to 14. The Dread character storyline goes up into 16. I'm actually thinking it might go up into 18 because the script that I had before, and then the detectives goes up to episode 14. So that's going to be kind of interesting. So that's it. When you come back, like I said, all this to be done. So I'm putting up the last card. I'm putting up the last two white cards, which is also the episode card for because the Dread storyline goes into 15 and 16. So 15, 16, maybe 17 and 18 would be special episodes. I know I'm going to put a filler in someplace. I kind of didn't want to do that, but I'm almost sure I'm going to put in a couple fillers just to stretch it out. But I'm putting up the last two cards. Skylar, go into a long shot and get all of this. Nope, you should be over there. So as you see, all of it is done. All of it is done. And what I'm now going to do is come and look at each one of them. And then break that down. So like right now, episode 6, it says the boy speaks summoning spell. Dread starts following boy notices him, and then with the detectives go back to Professor. So now you kind of going, okay, well, how are you going to link that together? Or it links together, but you need more stuff that's going on. So just those little in-between gaps is what I have to fill in. And the action that involves each one, I'll fill in. So what I'm going to do is just come and take my pad and with one sheet do the treatment for each episode, link all that together. And then just by the time I'm finished, I should have a full, complete season, first season. Which I'm kind of excited because, you know, I'm trying to get this done. I really think it's a good idea in terms of what I'm trying to convey, the messages. I'm not trying to go preachy, but I am trying to do entertainment as well as inform and hopefully reach some people. Anyway, this is it. The first layout of season 1 is all right here on this wall. Kind of excited. All right. Anyway, you still recording?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is go into 4 seasons. So I'll do this again. You know, not with the first season, but each season I'll come back and do it again. And, you know, I'm trying to go 4 seasons. I think it's really good horror action type of thing. the main reason why I needed to do this was because I couldn't figure out where to put the action in terms of with Dread, the action as well as the horror. I can do a story. A story's easy. It's just now incorporating the bloodhounds fighting the soldiers, which had became the problem. So with the linking elements of Dread is the bloodhounds, which is the demons, and the soldiers. So I didn't know how to link that together. So hopefully, by looking at everything, I'll be able to do that. It's still honestly a challenge because, like I said, it's only me. And when it's only one person developing the story, it's like, you really have to think. It has to make sense. And you don't have somebody to bounce ideas off of. So it is somewhat of a struggle, but, a challenge is designed to make you better. So on that note, come back like later on, and hopefully I'll have some more stuff done. And, hopefully by the end of the night, I'll have the whole entire season covered. Tune in for the next episode. Once again, this is John Pyatt for Clot Open Surgery.